Stick it out or go. Should you stay or should you go? Hey, Jim Petitpren here again at PRA USA. Many times situations change in organizations that may make you want to pack up and get that new job right away. But be very careful not to move too quickly. You need to evaluate the pros and the cons before making that move. Now, don't get me wrong here. Every situation is quite unique, and sometimes you need to head for the door really quick. I get it. We all understand that. However, it's rarely the case. We've been doing this for 30 plus years, and it's just rarely the case. Let me explain. Steve was an engineer that I had placed at one of our top clients. He was a double E with a solid technical background that he had developed while he was in the military. Steve came to me after like 3 years of being in the role that I had placed him in and wanted to leave because he was just not satisfied. So I did some careful probing, and after a long back and forth conversation, a couple of phone calls, advised him to stay put for like 6 months and then reevaluate. You see, it would have been real easy to find him another role. However, I knew it was not in his best interest. After the 6-month wait, and with some advice on how to look for an internal position while all this was going on, he was successful moving into a management role and lived happily ever after. You see, the situation he was in, the one that he was in, warranted waiting out for the organization to go through some internal changes. And by Steve sharing with me what was going on behind the scenes, I was able to help him get positioned for that promotion, giving him the much needed longevity and career advancement that helped move his career forward. Remember, he was only in the job for 3 years. While there may be some times that it is wise to run for the door, you need to take a step back and take a look at the big picture before you leap. Sometimes the issue is temporary and you should ride it out, like in Steve's case. Other times it's a company culture issue that won't improve, or an ethical issue, or a moral issue that you just don't want to live with. I get it. In any case, make sure you take a moment to make sure the decision that you make is the right one. Here at PRA USA, we look at your total career success and are always willing to have a conversation to help out, no matter where you're at in your career. Another thing, by the way, that you can do for your success is to like, share, and subscribe to the PRA USA channel. We're going to be sharing advice, answering tough questions, and responding to the big events of the day to help both job seekers and employers in this always changing market. Thanks for listening.